new exhibition at the Portland Museum of Art features dozens of works that will be unfamiliar even to people who have spent a lot of time at the museum.
The works are recent acquisitions, and part of the idea behind the show was to give people a better idea of how the museum builds and maintains its vast collection. The Portland Museum of Art's collection has been growing for more than a century. It consists of more than 19,000 objects. On the one hand, that's a blessing.
So it's wonderful to look back and see, wow, something that entered the collection, in the early 1900s, and find new ways to give that meaning now, today. But it's always a challenge.
On the other hand, having a collection that big is also a challenge.
Because we're long-term stewards and care for these objects while sharing them with the public. So it's a balancing act.
This current exhibition, called Plus Collection, features these paintings, sculptures, decorative arts, and other objects the museum has acquired in the past decade, as it aims to tell new stories through art, especially contemporary art.
There are an awful lot of people who would love to come in here and just see the classic works by the masters. Why do you feel it's so important to have contemporary art here?
Yeah, this goes back a little bit to the museum mission, right? The museum mission is to steward and to care for works of art, but to also always keep looking into the future. Winslow Homer, Marston Hartley, like these artists will always have a place in our collection, and their works will always be on view here. But we need to be able to tell a more complete story.
What you're doing is trying to figure out what will be interesting to the people who walk into this building.
Yeah, absolutely, and they are also different. So when you get thousands and thousands of visitors, the thing that attracts one person is not necessarily going to be the thing that attracts the person right behind them, or even who's walked in with them. So that's what's really exciting, is trying to anticipate and really offer something for everyone.
The numbers tell an interesting story. The PMA has the space to display only about 2 to 3% of its collection, which means that at any given time, more than 18,000 objects are tucked away in various storage rooms like this. Let's go, big reveal.
Okay, big reveal. So, as I was saying, this is an example of how some of our works on paper are stored and housed.
Behind closed doors, you'll find these specially designed cases shielding art from sunlight.
Any exposure to light will cause things to fade over time, and that's why we limit things in the gallery too.
But these artworks are not locked away, never to be seen by the public.
This may be something that people aren't aware of, is they can come in and ask to see a work that is not on display, and you will bring them down here and show it to them?
Correct, that's correct.
It's your own private show, and we often have people that kind of want to curate their own selection. So it just makes for a really exciting and kind of tailor-made experience for them. And for us, it fulfills the mission in always keeping the collection active and accessible.
This is an example of a recent acquisition, and this happens to be a watercolor by Lynn Drexler.
A Maine artist.
A Maine artist.
The museum has dozens of drawers like these, filled with prints and paintings and more. And yet,
we have a lot, but never enough. It's never enough.
So I get the sense that you want to go get your own private show now.
I do! That is so cool. And the fact that they have so many items that are just kind of tucked away, I'm conflicted because obviously I get it, you want to preserve them, but at the same time, you want to display them and enjoy them.
Yeah, this is actually not uncommon for museums with significant collections. In the Portland Museum of Art's case, 98% of its objects are in storage. They just don't have the room to show them at any one time. So 2 to 3% is what's out there.
It's amazing.
You can see the Plus Collection exhibition at the Portland Museum of Art right now. It will be there through April 28th. More information, of course, on our app and website in the 207 section.